sport in front of their home crowd. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. From the plains of Oklahoma, welcome high above downtown Oklahoma City. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Taking a look at Oklahoma City, down at 10th in the early going, looking to make a move up in the standings. And, of course, the Warriors, a game and a half out.
And, you know, for the Thunder, they haven't had the great season that some were expecting, but it hasn't been a disaster. They just need a few things to go right for them down the stretch.
It's an amazing thing. If you can get a couple of wins, generate some momentum, you've got to believe they'll be just fine.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Well, the Oklahoma City Thunder has moved up the rankings defensively year after year. Coach Billy Donovan said, "I've said it all along. We've got to be a team that hangs our hat on defense. And with their size and athleticism, there's no reason they can't be the best defense in the league." Kevin?
And they bring that physicality. Thank you, David. Whereas for some players now in their second seasons, you can tell just how big the jump is between that first year and their second year in the league.
I think, Kevin, it's probably the single biggest growth opportunity. One of the things that happens is the game slows down for second-year players. Very rarely do you see a guy take a step backwards. They're comfortable, they're more confident, and they know what to expect.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. They've got Willie Cauley-Stein. Russell is out there with Robinson. And it's Poole in at the 2. And for the Thunder, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Paul. And it's Ferguson in at the small forward. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Cauley-Stein grabs the board. And it's Golden State's ball. Here's Poole. And that one, good. Poole's got the first points on the scoreboard for the Warriors. Russell against Paul. Over Russell. And it's Paul missing. Here's Poole. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. And so it's Gallinari with it. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Paul kicks to Gallinari. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Here's Adams. The Thunder with another miss. Here's Poole. And just about a minute into the first quarter. Cauley-Stein against Adams. Shot clock at 6. Cauley-Stein passes to Poole. Offline with his 3. Last outing for Golden State, it was a loss to the Timberwolves in Minnesota. Ferguson kicks to Paul. From 12 feet out. Misses off the right iron.
Nothing going right on the offensive end. 0 for 4 from the field.
Russell feeling it out a bit. Headshot off. Adams, some nice D. The Thunder have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here.
Well, the commitment to winning for the Golden State Warriors certainly begins at the top of the organization, right, guys? Ownership has made it very clear money will not be an issue in retaining their stars.
And the Warriors ownership saying they want this organization to be more than a basketball team, Doris. What do you take that to mean?
I think it means, Kevin, probably the popularity of a great team can be leveraged, right? Via marketing, via media, technology, real estate. Those other revenue streams enable them to sustain this big payroll.
And he makes the first. off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
Well, a mixed bag last year, guys, right? For the Thunder, had some stretches where they looked really strong and some stretches where they really floundered. And ultimately, they go out in the first round to the Portland Trailblazers.
Here's Poole. Cauley Stein trying to free himself up. Poole, no good.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
Now, here's Adams. Danilo Gallinari unable to get his last shot to go. That gives them the lead. And Doris, the Thunder, a number 6 seed in the West, once again can't get out of the first round.
Yeah, Kevin, that's 3 straight seasons. And you feel like they are this close to taking that next step, but things fall apart at the wrong time. What happens next?
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Passes to Adams. There's the dish to Paul. No good on the triple. Warriors have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Robinson passes to Poole. Back to Robinson. From deep three-point range. Warriors the rebound. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Adams.
And let's take a look at Danilo Gallinari's numbers. He's coming off an excellent season. He was around 19 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he paced the whole team in points per game last season.
Well, his teammates understood that he was their best option. And understandably, Greg, they got him the rock.
Haskell's shot is off. Oklahoma City trailing. That's a 2 from Ferguson. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Lee finds Chris. Bowman. He's guarded by Schroeder. Pass to Chris. Here's Pascal. Over Gallinari. And again, no good by Golden State.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Ferguson, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's the floater. Doesn't go that time. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Their last meeting was in Oklahoma City, where they were unable to fight off the Thunder.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
Well, you have to believe the coaching staff made that a point of emphasis. Better aggressiveness, better intensity on the backboards.
So here's Gallinari following the score by Golden State. Schroeder, right side, knocked away. Adams dishes to Schroeder. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Last game for the Warriors, it was a loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Burks, the pass to Bowman. 52 seconds left here in the first quarter. Chris can't hit. Thunder trailing by 3. Schroeder looking around. Adams wide open. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Golden State's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Lee up top. Adams defending. Here's Pascal. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Minnesota. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Burks' shot is good.
Well, Burks is a lethal three-point threat. This guy has such an effortless shooting stroke.
Now Schroeder. From deep. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Chris Paul, an elite defensive player, a student of the game for sure, talks about his knack for making a lot of steals, forcing turnovers.
The steals thing is just something that I've always had a knack for doing, and just I think it's because I watch so much basketball.
Well, you hear about the importance of watching film, Greg. It reveals itself in many ways.
And learning guys' habits, what they like to do, gives him a knack for when to go after steals without hurting his team.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because second chance opportunities.
Schroeder and Gilgeous-Alexander, they're up in the backcourt. Then it's Mike Muscala, and it's Baisley in at the 4. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second. Chris Paul, he's checked in for the Thunder.
One shot.
And that one misses. Of course, you and I were just talking about this as more and more players are going public with their trade requests. Do you think that's had a negative impact on the game?
Well, Kevin, I certainly think it makes long-term planning for NBA franchises a lot more difficult, because contractually we are not seeing them hold true to the particular organization they may have signed that contract with. The reality is this in today's NBA. You've got to be nimble as an organization, and you have got to be attractive to them. And I mean that with great ownership, great leadership, and who are the players currently in your system. You have got to be incredibly nimble to be successful in today's NBA.
I think you're right on. Here's Chris after Oklahoma City gets the 3. Lee outside. Here's Spellman. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Bowman passes to Chris. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Some solid D from Paul. He dishes it to Muscala. And the pass to Diallo. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
Well, they made a few key shots, but missed many more. It was a rough night for them offensively.
You know what, Greg? There was a lot of standing around in that basketball game. Failing to move bodies and failing to move the basketball is a bad formula.
That one doesn't drop. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Well, this is a chess match. Looking ahead a few moves and trying to execute toward that.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Russell passes to Poole. Back to Russell. Three-pointer. Good on the triple. Russell's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Arguably the most dangerous weapon in D'Angelo Russell's arsenal. This guy is a problem for the defense.
A shot by Paul, no good.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
The Warriors have gone 0 for 1 at the line. This is their second trip to the line tonight.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
And with the departure of KD, the Warriors able to bring in D'Angelo Russell from the Nets. In return, Greg, how do you like that fit for Golden State?
You know, offensively, fits the high skill level they're known for. Defensively, it might be tougher, but his youth, another positive as their other stars enter their 30s.
And it's the Warriors with the ball after the miss from Dennis Schroeder. Here's Poole. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure. And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
In the corner, it's Robinson. Back to Russell. Pass to Spellman. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Passes it to Russell. Takes a 3. And it's Baisley with the rebound. Thunder trailing by 9. Over in the corner, Paul. The Thunder with another miss. Warriors have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Has 3 of 9. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Russell against Paul. Outside, Russell. Paul with the steal. Over Russell. Paul's shot is off.
Oof, this has been brutal. I mean, he still hasn't made a single shot. No wonder they're struggling.
Bounce pass, Russell. Here's Poole. 7 points in the game. Adams, some nice D.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
And the future Hall of Famer loves to dish the rock. Paul has a pass-first mentality. He makes everyone around him better.
Well, last season, a bit of a renaissance for Gallinari.
And the way Gallinari stepped up last season, Kevin, was a big reason the Clippers were as strong as they were. Now, on the other side of 30, he's been playing some of his best basketball here of late.
That free throw good from Gallinari.
Well, the Thunder begin on the defensive end of the floor. This is a team whose formula is to force a ton of turnovers, come up with steals, get out in transition. Last year, 4th in the league in defensive rating.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Warriors have gone 1.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. That one misses.
Boy, showing a lot more aggressiveness now after making 0 trips to the line in the first quarter.
Yeah, contact and creating opportunities at the line. And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Robinson passes to Allstar. Back to Robinson. Pass to Pascal. Dishes it to Russell. 4 on the clock. The shot from 20 feet away. The Thunder pull it in. Adams has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And it's laid in by Paul. Now just a 3-point Warrior lead.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Russell with it. From deep 3-point range, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Warriors ahead, up 3. 2K Sports, back in a moment here in Oklahoma City.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk first. So it's Golden State who's out on top at the half. They have a narrow 3-point lead. Kenny, what did you see from them?
So far, I love their commitment on the glass. Even when they were playing well, their rebounding remained a priority. And so far, the other side hasn't matched their effort.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on Oklahoma City.
Well, to say their shots are not falling is an understatement. It's a miracle they're still in this game. They need to flip the switch big time in the second half, and that starts with more movement on offense.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments. Warriors leading by 3. Well, we've got a moment. Let's set. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Setting the floor for the Warriors. We've got Russell. Willie Cauley-Stein is out there with Robinson. And it's Poole in at the 2-guard spot. Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession. And a moment here to check out who the Golden State Warriors have coming up on Monday. They'll face off against Donovan Mitchell and the Utah Jazz. Then on Wednesday, they'll face off against Anthony Davis and the Los Angeles Lakers.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are. The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
The drive by Russell finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Russell's got 5 now. Isn't it interesting, Doris, to see how these NBA players that come into the league looking one way physically and they leave looking another way, they change their bodies over the course of their career.
Kevin, you talked about this earlier. These players commit to their season over the course of 365 days. Virtually no offseason. Think about the reigning MVP, Giannis Antetokounmpo, who adds 50 pounds of muscle from the time he enters the NBA. Or the other side of the equation, right? A Yusuf Nurkic or a Marc Gasol who drop weight, Kevin, to enhance their quickness and their stamina. These guys are so committed.
They are.
Ends the move with a whisper instead of a bang, going to the finger roll.
There's the pass to Robinson. Now Cauley-Stein. Russell passes to Pascal. Golden State moving it around. 5 to shoot. Fires the 3. Thunder with the rebound. Adams has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Over to the left wing. Again, the miss by Paul. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Golden State. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. To the wing right side. Outside Robinson. Lets it go with the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Warriors lead by 4.
Well, the more repetition he gets, the more floor awareness you develop. D'Angelo Russell showing a desire to get his teammates involved.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder.
Well, the Thunder have always done a great job of finding players to fill roles on their team.
Well, you look at the talent they have lost over the years for a variety of reasons. Most notably, Russell Westbrook and Paul George, James Harden, Victor Oladipo, Serge Ibaka, just to name a couple of guys. This team, though, has always had that next man up. They've got a great front office who does a great job reloading every season.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Pass to Burks. It's blocked, but they recover it. A second chance effort. No good that time. Thunder have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Schroeder finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Diallo with it. Back to Schroeder. For the lead. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession. And now it's a look at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best fast break teams from a season ago. In third, the Warriors. Fifth on the list, the Thunder.
It's all about the fast break with these two groups. I mean, they were terrific a season ago, playing at a breakneck pace.
Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Passes it to Burks. It's hauled in by Diallo.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Pass to Baisley. Back to Diallo. 6 on the shot clock. For the lead. It's deflected. The pass to Spellman. Now Lee. From deep. It's hauled in by Diallo. Diallo's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. And stolen by Chris. Lee outside. With the fadeaway. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Over to the wing. Nobody near Schroeder. The good-looking shot from the wing. Schroeder's got the lead up to 2 now for Oklahoma City. Timeout called the Warriors.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Well, night in and night out, sometimes it's a battle of runs. Who has the most?
And checking out some numbers for Willie Cauley-Stein. Last year, getting it done. Last season, put up about 12 points per game, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he does the heavy lifting on the glass, throwing himself into the rebounding battle with just complete effort.
Well, you get the feeling he believes every rebound should be his, and most of them are. This guy is putting up tremendous numbers.
Fades away. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got 3 assists now in this one.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Muscala. Schroeder outside. Cauley-Stein grabs the board. Cauley-Stein's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Bowman passes to Russell. That puts them in the lead. Russell's got 7.
Okay, D'Angelo, Russell mixing in a little interior work, not bashful.
Schroeder dishes to Muscala. 23 seconds left to play in the third. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
The Warriors leading. And here's Russell. Warriors lead by 4. And we're coming right back after this break to get the 4th quarter underway. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Chris Paul is out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Ferguson in at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Here's Poole. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got 4 assists in the game.
Well, if you're going to play the point guard position, critical that D'Angelo Russell continue to develop that aspect of his game. Nice pass.
Here's Schroeder. Adams. And it's Adams on the follow.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Cauley Stein finds Russell. Here's Pascal. Poole. Shot is good off the back rim and in. And the Warriors lead by 6. And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Next up on the docket, the Bucks following this one. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand.
Yeah, strong move there. Big points on that possession. In need of a bucket late. This is the guy you want to go to.
Here's Russell. Here's Cauley Stein. Some solid defense from Gallinari.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Schroeder outside. Floats one. He takes it up and lays it in.
This is Schroeder at his best, putting that blinding speed to great advantage.
Bounce pass, Russell. Golden State moving the ball around. Here's Pascal. Pass to Poole. Just 5 to shoot. Paul with the defensive effort. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Adams outside. Here's Ferguson. He's guarded by Russell. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for Dennis Schroeder. The Warriors have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Timeout called the Warriors.
And the first few seasons in the NBA, not an easy time for Terrence Ferguson. Young wings have their ups and downs, but the franchise still very much believes in his talent.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch the message Steve Kerr gave to his team. With this game still up for grabs, he told his team, hey, we're in position to take this one, guys. Let's stay focused and stay together, and we'll get it done. We'll see how it plays out, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And with Ferguson, the fans can be hard on him. They're expecting more. But, Greg, it's going to take time for him.
You know, Ferguson has already made big strides with his defense. The shot and consistency will come, but the fans will have to be patient with it.
Russell passes to Poole. Here's Pascal. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Fade away. And it's off the back rim. No good.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on D'Angelo Russell.
Shooting 2.
And it's tied up with that one.
And no doubt, Paul is still a top-tier point guard, a determined defender, and, of course, a remarkable distributor.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Here's Poole. Outside, Russell. Inside. And the basket by Pascal. And the Warriors lead by 1. Game winding down, and they just keep changing leads.
And, guys, no separation yet, and I really don't think we're going to see any all the way down.
Calm, cool, collected under pressure. Steven Adams, no problem.
Here's Poole, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one is off. And the second free throw, good.
That will sting a little bit. Failing to get the lead when the opportunity was there, but he does tie it up.
Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. He kicks it to Paul, and it's sent back by Russell.
Well, that's the energy and effort that D'Angelo Russell brings on the defensive end. This guy has got the ability to be a factor there.
Clearly a foul.
So the first one drops, and that gives them the lead. So he gets them both, and it's a two-point ball game.
And how about the composure there at the line? A ton of pressure on those free throws, and he knocks them both down.
Here's Paul. The teardrop falls in.
Well, that's a nice play. You've got to read the situation and go to your floater game when necessary.
Russell with it. Chris Paul covering. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
You cannot be careless guarding D'Angelo Russell. This guy's so good at putting the defense in tough spots.
He drops the first one, and that gives them the lead.
Well, D'Angelo Russell is a dynamic scorer in the NBA. He's got a unique skill set at the position. The key is he's got to continue to grow as a decision maker.
And so he drops them both. It's a two-point ball game.
This guy has a reputation for being a great free throw shooter, and you've got to knock him down. He does it here.
Paul against Russell. Paul's shot is off. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for Golden State. "56 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And the Warriors miss again. And here are the Thunder now. A two-point game. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Now Paul. Kicks it to Gallinari. Fires from deep. Cauley-Stein grabs the board.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Paul with the steal, and now Paul pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Big Greg, to me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, D'Angelo Russell.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Let's see, are headed to overtime. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Oklahoma City. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. And it's the Warriors to start out. So the overtime period is now ticking away. Should be fun. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. And Golden State looking at who they've got. They've got Robinson, and it's Bowman in at the point guard. First free throw is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Oklahoma City trailing. Schroeder kicks to Ferguson. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Here's Adams. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Warriors lead by 4.
What an effort to get the tip in. Just wanting it a little bit more.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Schroeder. Molinari trying to get open. Outside Robinson. Passes it to Bowman. Back to Robinson. Pulls up. And misses it off the right side of the rim. To the inside. Here's Schroeder. The Warriors pull it in. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Poole. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Pass to Cauley Stein. Pocket 6. Poole, the pass to Cauley Stein. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron. We're in overtime and 90 seconds gone here in what has been a great one so far. Now here's Schroeder. D right on him. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Dennis Schroeder has proven historically he is unafraid in big moments, and he delivers big time.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're up by 4. 1:20 left to play in the first overtime. The pass to Bowman. He feeds it to Allstar. Adams, a nice D.
You know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
Back to Schroeder. The three. It's good. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Wow, a huge play from Dennis Schroeder. You love the focus.
Pass to Allstar. No good that time. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. Schroeder up top. Allstar defending. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact. So a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play.
One shot.
That's good from Schroeder.
Yeah, terrific and one on that one. Those are the kind of plays, guys, that win basketball games.
What a big possession right here.
No doubt about it, guys. The tension is palpable.
Will it go? Good! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
Well, great possession there. Anytime you end up at the rim with a high percentage look, perfect.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. And the Thunder making a change here. Paul's checked in. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Six to shoot. Can't cash in.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He sinks the clutch free throw. The Warriors making a switch here. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 2-point ball game.
Ice in the veins right there. They're one stop away from winning this one.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're behind by 2. 3 seconds left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. What do you think, guys?
And with a couple seconds still on the clock, I try to get the ball in as close to the basket as possible. That way, if you miss a quick one, you may have time for a putback to tie it at the buzzer.
Robinson for 3. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on in the extra period.
What a ride. I mean, I thought it might end in regulation, but you know what? They came through big and did exactly what was necessary once we got into OT.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Danilo, transition, big for your team. I assume that was a big focus tonight.
Yes, we want to run, and that's what we have to do every time. So that's what we did, and we played a great game.
Gallo, thanks very much. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.